Hey everybody, it is I, Kevin, and the mighty Ungram, going for a little stroll. We're out north, past the end of the trail. So we're going to see what kind of adventure we can get in this way. Let's keep checking for water on the lens. Got another truly beautiful day. Not a soul in sight. Ungram seems a little more wound up than normal. Going through here when it's not bone dry would be a little iffy. Going through here when it's wet and slick, it's a little worse than iffy. It's a genuine danger. That island is Back Island. There's a submarine base over there. It's an acoustic listening facility. Pretty cool. That island there is Benton Island. A friend of mine swears a Bigfoot lives over there. Can't remember the name of that one. I was gonna try out my headset for the YouTube today, but I decided not to. What do you think, Ungram? You're just happy to be out, aren't you? Find yourself asking the rocks to not be slick. But the Alaskan footwear, the extra tough, really sticks to rocks better than anything else I've ever used. And I mean, I'm talking about all the military boots, all the fancy Vibrams, muck boots. I got some muck boots up here. My wife was sweet enough to get me some muck boots. Went out in the snow, and it was like wearing skis. I'm sure they're great, like in the just moisture, because I did use them in the moisture. You know, just wet ground. But man, on ice they were useless. So I never really got a chance to try them out on this, which is fine. The neoprene in them wore out really fast anyway. Here's a little spot that my friends and I have used over the years. Ungram and I made some ramen noodles with some canned chicken here not too awful long ago. Let's see if anybody's been up here littering. Only ravens and eagles and stuff. See the crab shells? Actually, those could be mink, marten, various critters do that. And my last fire was so tiny. I was hanging my noodle cup from the tree. It worked out. What's that? Huh. All right, a white mussel shell. I see a great deal of those. Oh, I'm gonna wound up today. Must have been that bar of chocolate I gave him for lunch. Just kidding. All right, Ungram, let's keep going, buddy. Tide's going out. And I don't think it's out far enough for us to avoid walking these cliffs. Thinking I should have got a lanyard for the camera about this point. Look at this quartz. Massive pieces of quartz. Massive pieces of quartz. Whole layers of them. There's gold around here. I mean, that Ungram, come here, buddy. I need you for scale. You're a good boy. Look at that size of that chunk of quartz. That's only what's sticking out of the dirt. All right, here we go. Ungram, you are all terrain, buddy. What you can see off in the distance there is a cabin. Hey, looks like they built a fancy new dock. I believe all this land is privately owned once you get past the state park with Settlers Cove. Actually, I'm certain it is because I've looked up the boroughs. What do you call it? Who owns who, the plots of land and who owns them and all that nonsense. And my buddy Rick, you might have seen a previous video, he was looking at a cabin out here. It's the first one you come to. I don't know if we'll get there today, but it's like a rundown shack. Maybe it's not 600 square feet, and they wanted like $120,000 for it. No power, no road access. If I mention how much I love this place, I have a mountain going straight up on this side, and the ocean going over there. It's pretty amazing. You'll hear people talking, well, I'd like to live in the mountains. Well, I'd like to live on the beach. Well, if you can tolerate the winter here, you can do both. Oh, Ungram got his feet wet. And this is why I was thinking about wearing the head harness. Because I might need another hand. Ungram, I'm not 100% sure you can make it through there. What do you think, buddy? This is about a... This is a pretty sketchy spot. I haven't had Ungram out quite this far yet. I know, someone's looking at this video and they're going, well, that don't look sketchy at all. Well, look at this super slick ground here. The tide gets up this high. And once you get up here, you got to find all these little notches to put your feet in, and I mean, that's super slick. Oh, watch out, buddy. Oh, Ungram has no problem. I worry about him more than I do myself. Might be sort of ridiculous, but hey, I love the little guy. He's a good boy. Ungram, you're gonna have to come this way, buddy. Ungram, come up here. There you go. Look at you. You're like a mountain goat. Once came through here not wearing gloves and cut the crap out of myself on these rocks. So I said to myself, wear gloves. There's a boat out here somewhere. Nope, it's an aeroplane. Not really boat season yet so much. Oh, you're keeping up, aren't you, boy? I love this quartz just sticking out of the rock. Ooh, dark places. Dark places. I'm not even sure if this might be too dark for the picture, but it's fun. What do you think, buddy? Did you say something about my soul being too dark for the picture? That ain't right. Do an Australian accent. See this? I think I would absolutely drink that water. My canteen's full, or I would. But I don't need to do that either. I got a water filter. I don't know if you guys have heard of this thing. I've got a... Oh geez, now I'm gonna forget the name of it. Got a little water filter about the size of one of those little airplane liquor jars or liquor bottles. They're telling me it'll purify 100,000 gallons of water. That's amazing. Because I remember the old ones. I used to have a, oh, this is a Sawyer microfilter is what I have. Remember I used to have a, oh geez. You better if you remember these things before you brought it up. Anyway, you used to have one that you pumped. I think it was a Katydin maybe? I don't know. But the filter on it would last about 10 gallons, it seemed. Which was still good enough to do a camping trip without having to carry 10 gallons of water. Because carrying a lot of water is pretty restrictive. I mean, it's been almost 40 years since I've wandered the high deserts of Southern California and Nevada. But we were kids. We'd be dehydrated. We wouldn't know it. Our kidneys wouldn't know it. No, nothing would know. We'd just be dehydrated. I don't like to get to where my muscles are shaking. Ooh, there's a nice cedar right there. Look at the size of that thing. We gotta go see the cedar. We gotta pay homage to the cedar. They are the true kings of the woods. Or queens, whatever floats your boat. Watch out, Uncle. Time for bears to start coming out of hibernation. We don't want to startle one. Yeah, that's a hog. See all the game trails around it? Come on, boy. Oh, let's see. Ungram sees the game trails. This will be my first video with my hat that I wear all the time. It really brings out the hillbilly in me. But yeah, in the wintertime, if I have to wear a hood, I don't wear this hat. But in the summer, I wear it. Once it gets super hot. What do we got here? That's some Lazy Yahoo's Mountain House meal. All right. Well, we're going to take that with us. Much I hate having a pocket full of this stuff. Someone else will enjoy their trip out here more next time if they don't have to mess around with some other buddies. Oh, some other person. It's hard to say. Some other hooligans. Garbage. Where you at, buddy? There he is. All right, here we go. I fell on these rocks a few times. Not too recently. When I first moved up here, these beaches were a straight up learning experience. You're trying to find flat ground or saddles to put your feet in through here. It is unforgiving if you slip, though. Another nice cedar. So as you can see, this tree right here was chainsaw cut from somewhere, and so was that one. But there's a nice burl. I don't bring a saw with me that'll. Ooh, the sucker was hollow. That's why they left it. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I wonder if it had a fire in it. It doesn't look like it. Still got ice on it. That's pretty cool. What do you think, Ungram? Let's go around the top of this bad boy. Yep, some logger went through all the trouble to cut it down. Hit the ground and it just broke. I don't think it was cut here though. We have a lot of driftwood. There's some beaches that really collect it. Helm Bay. Guy could pull into Helm Bay if he had a boat with enough gumption. He could just pull a whole log cabin off the beach. I don't mean like barely. I mean he could build a whole log cabin and then build a whole nother log cabin and then a whole nother log cabin. But most people don't like using driftwood. It's got rocks in it. Wears out your chainsaw bars or something like that. Where's the little red dog? Ungrub! Has he chosen another path? There he is. Thank goodness. Didn't hate to make a tragedy video of a lost Lord Ungram. Look at these chunks of quartz. They're freaking huge. I see that one back there with Ungram. They all weigh tons and tons. This whole place has been prospected for gold. People have found quite a bit. At Helm Bay I was talking about a minute ago, it has what, like 18, 20 gold claims in it. People aren't messing with it anymore. Regulations have stymied a great deal of it. And that's one of the regulatory things that I'm not too angry about, because the way you separate gold from the stuff, the heavy stuff in the bottom of your pan, is you put mercury in with it. It seems, well, it seems super poisonous. Ungrub! Come on, boy. Here he comes. Here he comes. Ungram has a true adventurer's soul. Hey! This is what Southeast Alaskan calls a beach. There's some beaches that are more sandy. Back there is actually one. But pretty much anywhere you can put a boat in the beach, we call a beach. When the tide gets real far out, there's like a, what do I call it? There's like a walkway at the bottom of this cliff the whole way. Water looks pretty clear. In the summertime it gets kind of cloudy. It gets algae, I guess, in it. Okay, here's some finer sand. Probably clams in here when it's actually low tide. All right, I gotta hunt Ungram down again. There he is, kicking up water. What's up, buddy? Come here, boy. Come on. I just wanted to pet you, you little wild man. Let's see what Ungram has discovered. What you got there, buddy? Check that out. It's those boring worms tunnels. The calcified part. Hardly ever see that. It's pretty cool. Oh, this thing's got so many holes in it. Can you see that? Oh, I broke it. Kind of wanted to take a piece home. No worms in it anymore, thank goodness. Nothing worse than crushing a boy's house. Come on, boy. That's an interesting spot right there. Massive rock on one side. Rocks are a bit of a death trap, but I'm gonna mountain goating. Look at that, it's pretty sweet. You know if I can get up that rock. Oh, we got steps. It'd be an interesting spot for some outdoor temporary architecture. It's amazing that tree's even there. It's got 6 inches of root. I'm gonna try to go up there, buddy. I wouldn't do it. I don't think I could. All right, let's get back down to the beach here. Sand's really nice. You think we should go back down to the beach? Yes, you say? Okay, let's go back down to the beach. That's a pretty good day out in the woods when you only find one piece of litter. Barnacle's always good for a little traction. Well, I don't know about y'all, but as far as life goes, this is pretty good stuff right here. Ungrub. My camera usually cuts out right around 35 minutes or so. So I'm just gonna be quiet and we'll just do a zen-like walk until the battery dies on us. Or however that works. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, great day, great life. Take your pick. All of the above. Ungrub, come on, boy. Come on. You going up there?